Look at the little anthill, each with a perspective on the way they feel. Each individual, small thing in life, into which all things co-align. And think of the shade of light to every third dimensional object, to which is calculated so very well. As we find our peace when we look around, and the co-alignings into which is bound, I've seen a butterfly that also has pollination purpose in life. But that caterpillar was very underestimated on what he could do. But now look at you, little butterfly. Now you are not so underestimated in life. I love how life co-aligns, like you and I. Thousands of different species. Can you name a few that we see? Like the cedar and hickory somewhere around me. We have the oak as well, which is so very detailed in the layers of life. And the heavens to which co-align all of these creatures with all kinds of different features. We have the clouds in the sky. Some are cirrus and some are cumulonimbus. There's even species of clouds that we could make shapes from right now to make stories and different things. I love how everything is co-aligning. Thinking of the fabric of space-time. Thinking of the calculations of you and I. We have the grasshoppers and the tiny creatures with their own perspective of features. And they all have a viewpoint in life. And they all have a different evolution in their mind. And there flew by the butterfly that once was underestimated in life, but is now flying around and looking at this very nice anthill right now. They did so well, if you could not already tell. Because every single grain they pushed and worked hard to make, and they put every grain on the hill one at a time. Because it did not just get there simply in life. It had to establish over time. It could take years to what time the ants perceive, yet they know what the future needs. And that is what we can learn from in life, in the ways of how these creatures co-align. We have the chloroplast cells within the plant, to which speaks in ultrasonic sound. We have to be careful not to step on the little creatures around, because these ants are near our feet. Thinking of all the things surrounding our body and how we are harmonizing, are the magnetic fields of the trees somehow intertwining with me. Perhaps our bonding is beyond what we see in the ways we are co-aligning. That grasshopper can jump 3 times his weight because they were designed in different kinds of ways. But is that not the beauty of life? That everything is different, that co-aligns. Like you and I. We have motion pictures of series and different velocities of every single little mind in the way that life co-aligns. And I love the shade of lighting to every third-dimensional object in the calculating ways of the space-time angels, to which is not of a mortal form. And I love that they can have the capacity of so much more than I, because they are my inspiration in life. Loving how things co-align through different dimensions. So many lessons if only we listen. In this co-alignance of life, in the ways to which things intertwine in different ways, and the impacts of the empowerment we do think and say. Life is filled with so much change. We just have to learn to improve and adapt in these ways. When things are co-aligning, like you and I, and may we evolve in our minds in the many ways of life. Just seen 2 birds fly to the tree, and then was praying for them to be clean. They may can fly, but that is not the only thing they can do in life. Think about how they feel and pray that they swim to the lakes, to the ponds, to the water to be clean. Because bird baths are their way of showering, and they could be clean if they wanted to. So let us pray for every bird today to be guided correctly looking at this beautiful tree, to which had grown so specially. And accidentally had picked the flower off of the tree a moment ago. And now this cannot grow. Please forgive me, I did not know. But may this be soaked for nourishment into your soil, for fertilizing, and perhaps you can grow more efficiently.